Have you ever looked back and felt a deep sense of regret, wishing you had made different choices along the way? It's a feeling many of us can relate to as we age. The truth is, the decisions we make today shape our future. And as time passes, the small mistakes we make can gradually erode our happiness, our health, and our well-being in ways we never anticipated. What starts as something seemingly minor can slowly snowball into much bigger issues like loneliness, financial hardship, and health problems that could have been avoided with the right awareness. In this video, I want to dive deep into 5 critical mistakes that many people make in their later years. Mistakes that can silently and steadily destroy the life they've worked so hard to build. These might hit close to home because they often happen so subtly, you might not even realize the damage until it's too late. But once you recognize these patterns, you'll be empowered to change course before it's too late. Stay with me until the end, because not only will I share the biggest mistakes to avoid, but I'll also provide powerful solutions to ensure that your later years are filled with joy, purpose, and vitality. Trust me, you won't want to miss this, especially if you want to make sure you're not unknowingly holding yourself back. If you find yourself relating to any of the points I'm about to share, drop a 0 in the comments below and let me know you're with me. Also, if you're ready to take charge of your health and well-being, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss out on valuable tips that will help you live your healthiest, happiest life every single day. Let's get started. Number 1, ignoring physical health. One of the most destructive mistakes many people make as they age is neglecting their physical health. It often starts innocently, skipping a morning walk here, choosing a quick, processed meal there. But over time, these small decisions accumulate, gradually eroding your vitality. As mobility decreases and energy wanes, it's easy to chalk it up to the inevitability of aging. However, the truth is that much of this decline isn't simply a natural part of getting older. It's a result of inactivity, poor nutrition, and disregarding early warning signs that your body is sending you. If you've ever felt stiff after sitting for a long time or noticed that your balance isn't as steady as it once was, your body is trying to tell you something. Movement is crucial, no matter your age. The less you move, the harder it becomes to stay active, and before you know it, simple tasks like standing up in a chair, climbing stairs, or reaching for something on a high shelf become a struggle. Weak muscles lead to poor balance, which in turn raises the risk of falls, one of the most dangerous hazards for seniors. A single fall can cause injuries that take months to heal, and in some cases, may forever change your quality of life. Consider Henry, a 74-year-old who thought he was in decent health, but over time, he began skipping his daily walks. A few months later, he noticed that standing for long periods was tiring, and his knees began to ache. By the time he tried to get back into exercising, he had lost a significant amount of strength, and even a short walk left him out of breath. It took him months to rebuild what he had lost, and he often wished he had never allowed himself to slow down in the first place. Another issue many seniors face is ignoring their diet. Just because you aren't eating as much as you once did doesn't mean nutrition should be forgotten. As the body ages, it requires more of certain nutrients, like protein to maintain muscle mass, calcium for bone health, and fiber for digestion. Relying on processed foods, skipping meals, or snacking too often can lead to deficiencies that leave you feeling sluggish, weaken your immune system, and increase the risk of chronic conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure. Failing to keep up with regular doctor checkups is another crucial mistake that can have serious consequences. Many avoid doctor visits unless something feels seriously wrong, but routine screenings can detect issues early when they're far easier to treat. Conditions like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and early stages of osteoporosis often don't show obvious symptoms. So by the time you notice something is wrong, the damage may already be done. Taking charge of your health means being proactive, not waiting for a problem to become unavoidable. The good news is that it's never too late to make changes. Even small adjustments, like adding 15 minutes of walking to your day or swapping processed foods for fresh, whole ingredients, can have a powerful impact. Strength training, even with light weights or resistance bands, can help maintain muscle mass and prevent frailty. Making regular health checkups a priority can catch problems before they become serious. Taking care of your body isn't about avoiding aging. It's about ensuring that you can continue doing what you love for as long as possible. Number 2, poor financial management. One of the most crushing mistakes people make as they age is failing to manage their finances wisely. As we get older, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that money matters less, especially if we're no longer working and have some savings or retirement funds in place. But the reality is, mismanaging finances, whether through overspending, underestimating future expenses, or neglecting to plan for emergencies, can quickly transform what should be a peaceful, stress-free time into one filled with anxiety, financial struggle, and dependency on others. Many seniors mistakenly believe they have enough money to last, only to realize too late that the rising cost of healthcare, inflation, or unexpected bills can deplete their savings much faster than they anticipated. It's not just about having money in the bank. It's about ensuring that it lasts. Even those who were financially secure during their working years can find themselves in financial distress if they don't adjust their spending habits for this new phase of life. Take Richard, a 72-year-old retiree who spent freely, confident that his savings would carry him through. He took vacations, bought gifts for his grandkids, and enjoyed dining out regularly. But by the time he reached his late 70s, he noticed his savings dwindling. Medical bills piled up, and he hadn't accounted for long-term care costs. Before he knew it, he found himself relying on his children for financial support, something he'd always hoped to avoid. Had he paid more attention to his spending earlier, he could have stretched his savings and maintained his financial independence. Another mistake seniors make is assuming that once they retire, financial planning is no longer necessary. Many people stop thinking about investments, budgeting, and adjustments to their financial plans. But the reality is that managing your money is a lifelong process. Even in retirement, smart financial decisions can make all the difference in ensuring a comfortable, stress-free life. Keeping track of expenses, understanding healthcare costs, and planning for potential long-term care needs can prevent overwhelming financial hardship down the road. Seniors are also frequent targets for scams. One of the most heartbreaking ways people lose their financial security is by trusting fraudulent individuals, whether it's phone scams, email fraud, or con artists posing as financial advisors. Many older individuals were raised in a more trusting time, which makes them prime targets for exploitation. Recognizing scams, avoiding unsolicited offers, and consulting a trusted financial advisor or family member before making significant financial decisions can protect you from devastating losses. The key to financial security in old age isn't about accumulating wealth. It's about exercising wisdom, creating a realistic budget, being mindful of unnecessary spending, and planning ahead for future expenses can help ensure that your money lasts as long as you do. It's never too late to make small adjustments. Those changes can be the difference between peace of mind and a future filled with financial stress. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, please leave a number 4 comment below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss valuable tips that can help you live a healthier, more secure life. Your support helps us continue providing content to inform and inspire. Now let's move on. Number 3, withdrawing from friends and family. One of the most painful and heart-wrenching mistakes people make as they age is gradually pulling away from their social circles. It often begins with small, seemingly harmless actions, skipping gatherings, making fewer calls, or convincing yourself that your friends and family are too busy to visit. But what might seem like a harmless choice at first can slowly turn into deep, overwhelming isolation. Over time, this isolation can silently spiral into loneliness, depression, and a swift decline in both mental and physical health. As human beings, we thrive on connection. Staying engaged with others isn't just about having company. It's about holding on to a sense of purpose, staying emotionally healthy, and feeling valued. Unfortunately, many seniors accept loneliness as an inevitable part of aging, but this couldn't be further from the truth. Studies show that social isolation can be just as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It can increase the risk of heart disease, weaken your immune system, and even heighten the chances of developing dementia. When our brains aren't regularly stimulated by meaningful conversations, shared experiences, and emotional bonds, they begin to slow down, leading to cognitive decline and memory loss. Take Dorothy, for example. At 76, she started to disconnect from her friends, telling herself they were too busy with their families to stay in touch. Weeks turned into months, and soon enough, she found herself spending most of her days alone with only the TV for company. She no longer felt like herself. Her energy drained, her mood darkened, and she struggled to find the motivation to do the things she once enjoyed. However, when Dorothy finally made a decision to reach out again, calling old friends, joining a local book club, and inviting her grandchildren over more often, everything changed. She felt more engaged, more alive, and even noticed a boost in her memory and energy. Another common pitfall is relying solely on family for social interaction. While family is crucial, expecting them to be your only source of companionship can sometimes lead to disappointment. Your loved ones have their own lives to lead, and it's vital to cultivate a network outside of them, friends, neighbors, or even community members. Multiple sources of connection make life more fulfilling and ensure that you don't feel abandoned when family members are caught up in their own busy lives. With technology today, staying connected has never been easier. Yet many seniors shy away from it because they find it confusing or overwhelming. Embracing tools like video calls, social media, or voice messages can make a world of difference, especially when in-person visits aren't possible. Learning these tools isn't about staying trendy. It's about ensuring you don't get left behind in a digital age that can keep you closer to loved ones, no matter the distance. The good news is that it's never too late to reconnect. Whether it's joining a club, volunteering, attending local events, or simply setting aside time each week to call a friend, these small actions can dramatically improve your quality of life. The goal isn't to have a packed social calendar. It's about nurturing meaningful relationships that keep you mentally sharp, emotionally fulfilled, and engaged with the world around you. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please drop a number 2 in the comments below to let me know you're with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit the bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Your support enables us to keep creating meaningful content to inspire and inform you. Now let's move on. Number 4, neglecting mental growth and purpose. One of the most underestimated and life-changing mistakes people make as they age is giving up on their personal growth and losing sight of their purpose. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that once retirement hits, the days of learning, setting new goals, and making an impact are over. But the truth is, having something meaningful to look forward to, whether it's a new hobby, a passion project, or a personal challenge, is essential for keeping your mind sharp, your heart full, and your body healthy. A common misconception is that mental decline is unavoidable with age. While aging certainly brings its share of changes, the brain remains capable of learning, adapting, and forming new connections throughout life. The real threat isn't the passage of time, it's inactivity. When we stop engaging in activities that stimulate our minds, our brains slow down. Studies show that those who keep learning, whether through reading, solving puzzles, or acquiring new skills, are far less likely to experience cognitive decline. Take Linda, for example. At 70, she was an active, curious person. But after retiring, she found herself spending most of her days in front of the TV, feeling like her best years were behind her. As time passed, she started forgetting things, losing interest in conversations, and felt less connected to life. But one day, she decided to take an art class at a local community center, something she had always wanted to do. Within weeks, she felt a fresh sense of purpose. Her mind became sharper, and she even made new friends in the process. Another major mistake many seniors make is failing to find a reason to get up in the morning. After decades of working, raising families, and taking care of responsibilities, it's easy to feel lost once those roles are no longer needed. Without a clear sense of purpose, it's easy for boredom and depression to creep in. But having a reason to stay engaged, whether through volunteering, mentoring younger generations, gardening, or even writing a book, creates structure, motivation, and fulfillment in daily life. Some seniors hesitate to try new things because they fear failure or think it's too late. The truth is, age has nothing to do with learning something new. Many of the most inspiring stories come from people who started new careers, learned new languages, or picked up hobbies well into their 70s, 80s, or even 90s. Growth doesn't stop when you reach a certain age. It stops when you decide to stop trying. Staying mentally active and having a sense of purpose doesn't just improve your mood. It influences your longevity, cognitive function, and even your physical health. People who continue to challenge themselves, stay curious, and look for new ways to contribute to the world around them live happier, more fulfilling lives. No matter your age, your mind is still capable of growth, and your life still holds incredible meaning. The key is to keep looking forward, keep learning, and never allow yourself to believe that your best days are behind you. Number 5, resisting change. One of the most significant mistakes people make as they grow older is stubbornly resisting change. Whether it's adapting to new technology, adjusting to lifestyle shifts, or embracing evolving social norms, many seniors dig in their heels and refuse to move with the times. It's completely understandable. Change can feel uncomfortable, and after years, even decades, of living a certain way, it's easy to feel like you shouldn't have to learn something new. But the truth is, resisting change doesn't halt the world from progressing. It simply makes life harder, lonelier, and more disconnected. There's a common belief that technology is only for the younger generation, but in today's world, staying connected often hinges on the willingness to embrace new tools. Whether it's learning to use a smartphone, understanding online banking, or mastering video calls, these skills are no longer just nice-to-haves. They become essential. Seniors who resist digital tools often find themselves excluded from key conversations, struggling with tasks that could otherwise be simplified, or, even worse, becoming more vulnerable to scams because they don't fully understand how things work. Take Albert's story. At 78, he refused to give up his old flip phone, convinced it was all he needed. But over time, he realized his grandkids were communicating in group chats he couldn't join. His bank required online access for essential services, and he missed out on countless conveniences that could have made his life much easier. Eventually, he took a deep breath and decided to give technology a chance. Slowly but surely, he learned how to text, make video calls, and even order groceries online. What started as a hesitant step into the unknown soon became an incredibly rewarding part of his life, one he never thought possible. Another form of resisting change is clinging to outdated habits, even when better options are available. Whether it's refusing to update your diet for better health, ignoring modern safety features in the home, or dismissing new medical advice because it doesn't match what was taught decades ago, holding on to the past can be dangerous. The mindset of, "I've always done it this way," can prevent us from discovering safer, more effective solutions. Change also impacts relationships, and resisting it can create distance between family members. Younger generations communicate differently, have different values, and live at a faster pace. Rather than criticizing or resisting these differences, embracing them can help bridge the gap, bringing you closer to those you care about. Many seniors find that when they stop longing for the past and start engaging with the world as it is now, they feel more connected, less frustrated, and far more at peace. Adapting to change doesn't mean abandoning who you are. It means being flexible enough to move forward. The world isn't standing still, and the more willing you are to learn, adapt, and grow, the more independent and fulfilled you will become. It's never too late to embrace new ways of thinking, and the more open-minded you are, the more you will find that change isn't something to fear. It's something that can bring excitement, joy, and unexpected opportunities into your life. Number 6, fear of change and sticking to outdated habits. One of the most limiting mistakes people make as they grow older is the fear of change and the reluctance to let go of old habits that no longer serve them. It's completely understandable. After a lifetime of doing things a certain way, it's easy to feel like the comfort of familiarity is the safest route. But in reality, refusing to embrace change only makes life harder and more frustrating. As we age, the world around us keeps evolving. Technology, social norms, healthcare, and even the way we live our daily lives. Clinging to outdated habits, whether it's resisting new technology, ignoring healthier lifestyle choices, or sticking to routines that are no longer beneficial, can hold us back from adapting to these changes. This resistance not only limits personal growth, but can also lead to missed opportunities for improvement, making daily life more difficult than it needs to be. Take, for example, someone who resists learning new technology, such as using a smartphone or engaging with online services. While they may feel comfortable with their old flip phone or handwritten letters, they may find themselves left out of important conversations, unable to access services that can make their lives easier or even more vulnerable to scams. Adapting to these changes doesn't mean abandoning who you are. It simply means using new tools to live more efficiently and stay connected to the world. Another area where people hold on to outdated habits is in their physical health. As we age, our bodies require different care, whether it's adjusting our diet, introducing new forms of exercise, or taking precautions to ensure safety at home. Refusing to modify old routines can make it harder to maintain health, increasing the risk of injuries, illness, or chronic conditions. The key to living well in later years is learning to embrace change rather than fearing it. Change doesn't mean giving up the things we love or who we are. It means growing with the times and finding new ways to thrive. Whether it's exploring new hobbies, learning a new skill, or adopting a healthier routine, embracing change ensures that we can continue living independently, joyfully, and with purpose. The more we allow ourselves to adapt, the more vibrant and fulfilling our lives can be. Final thoughts. As we wrap up, take a moment to reflect on the 5 mistakes we discussed, and think about whether any of them are impacting your own life or the lives of those around you. Aging isn't simply about growing older. It's about the choices we make that determine whether our later years are filled with joy, purpose, and independence, or regret, frustration, and missed opportunities. The good news is you don't need to make drastic changes to improve your life. Simple shifts in how you manage your health, relationships, mindset, and finances can have a profound impact on your well-being. If you've been neglecting your physical health, now is the time to get moving, eat nourishing foods, and keep up with regular checkups. If you've been isolating yourself, take action to reconnect with old friends, build new connections, and embrace technology to stay engaged with the world around you. If resisting change has been holding you back, remember, adapting doesn't mean losing your identity. It means empowering yourself to stay independent and connected in a rapidly evolving world. If finances have been a source of worry, now is the time to take control. Create a budget, cut unnecessary expenses, and protect yourself from future financial risks. And if you've lost your sense of purpose, don't wait for it to find you. Start small. Pick up a book, take up a new hobby, or find ways to share your wisdom and experiences with others. The choices you make today will directly shape the quality of your life in the years to come. It's never too late to take charge, make better decisions, and ensure that your later years are the best yet. Thank you for being here with us today. We'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and share one insight you found helpful and how you plan to implement it in your life. Your thoughts mean a lot to us, and reading your comments fuels our passion to keep creating content that inspires and supports you. If you found this video valuable, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support allows us to continue bringing you content that helps you live a healthier, more fulfilled life. Thank you for watching, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.